Welcome to your horoscope reading for today. Today is August 18th, 2026, and dear Aquarius, there is an energy surrounding you today that may begin quietly, but as the day unfolds, its meaning will become much clearer. Over the past few days, you may have been waiting for an answer about something important. Maybe you have been trying to understand how someone truly feels about you. Perhaps you have been uncertain about which direction to take with your career or finances. Or maybe there is a dream you have been carrying in your heart for a long time, wondering when it will finally become a reality. But August 18th is reminding you of something. Not every answer has to arrive immediately. Sometimes life doesn't give you the answer directly. Instead, it prepares you to become the person who is ready to receive that answer. Today, you may experience an unusual sense of calm. Something that was bothering you yesterday may suddenly not seem quite as overwhelming today. And that is not a coincidence. You are slowly realizing that the more you try to control every detail, the more exhausted you become. You don't need to know what everyone is thinking. You don't need to know exactly what tomorrow will bring. You don't need to have the entire future figured out. You only need to see the next step in front of you. And that is where manifestation truly begins. Manifestation isn't simply repeating a wish every morning and waiting for it to magically appear. It is about beginning to think, act, and feel in alignment with the life you genuinely want. If you constantly think, what if it doesn't work? What if I lose it? What if it takes too long? You are already living inside situations that haven't even happened. Today, try to release that habit. Tell yourself, what is meant for me knows how to find me. Don't just say those words. Feel them, because the biggest change today may not happen around you. It may begin inside you. Perhaps you have been waiting for an answer from someone for a long time. Maybe you have been waiting to hear back about a job. Maybe you have been looking for a solution to a financial problem. But now you are beginning to understand that you don't have to put your entire life on hold while waiting for one answer. You can continue moving forward. And interestingly enough, once you begin moving forward, that answer may appear in a way you never expected. So today, instead of focusing only on what is missing, look at the opportunities that are already around you. Ask yourself, what is life trying to give me today? Maybe it is a new connection. Maybe it is an idea. Maybe it is a new career opportunity. Maybe it is a small event that is preparing you for something much bigger. Sometimes a major door begins as a very small coincidence. Don't overlook those coincidences today. And if you are enjoying this reading, don't forget to support the video with a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you these daily messages. Now let's look at the special energies surrounding August 18th. Today, love, finances, career, family, personal growth, and unexpected news are especially highlighted. Your lucky numbers for today are 18 and 72. Keep these numbers in mind. You may notice them on a clock, your phone, a receipt, a document, or somewhere completely unexpected. Your supportive color today is dark blue. This color is associated with calmness, confidence, and bringing your thoughts back into balance. And that is exactly what you need most today, Aquarius. Inner peace. Because a decision is beginning to appear in front of you. It may not seem like a huge decision at first, but it could influence your direction in the future. A job offer, a new project, a decision involving someone you care about, a financial investment, the possibility of moving, or simply deciding that you are finally ready to walk away from a situation that no longer makes you happy. Before taking action today, ask yourself one important question. Do I really want this? Or am I doing it because other people expect it from me? The answer may surprise you. Because Aquarius values freedom deeply, but sometimes you can confuse other people's expectations with your own desires. August 18th is helping you separate the two. If you have been feeling unusually tired lately, don't ignore it. You may always appear strong. You may smile. You may say, I'm fine. but the exhaustion that builds inside eventually needs somewhere to go. Give yourself some space today. You don't have to solve someone else's problems. You don't have to answer every message immediately. You don't have to accept every invitation. Sometimes saying, "Today I need some time for myself," is enough. If someone offers to help you, think before automatically saying no. Because this time, the person in front of you may genuinely want to take some of the weight off your shoulders. Let them. Doing everything alone isn't the definition of strength. Sometimes allowing someone to share the burden is an even greater form of strength. Now let's look at your finances. August 18th asks you to be patient with money. Don't believe everything that promises quick profits or easy results. But at the same time, don't reject a good opportunity simply because you're afraid. If a new project or partnership comes your way, examine the details carefully. Look at the numbers. Read the conditions. Ask questions. Then make your decision. Because your advantage today isn't impulsiveness. It is your ability to make intelligent choices. If you've been thinking about changing your work or business, August 18th may bring you a new perspective. Maybe you don't need to completely change your current situation. Maybe you simply need to try a different approach. A new client. A new partnership. A new advertising strategy. A new idea. A new service. A small adjustment could become the beginning of a much bigger result. If you have been considering moving, a particular place may catch your attention today or within the next few days. You might walk into a space and suddenly think, maybe this is the place I've been looking for. Choosing a home isn't easy. The price, the location, transportation, comfort, security, future plans. All of these things can become overwhelming. So listen to your intuition, but also use your practical judgment. Your feelings can point you in a direction, but facts should help confirm the decision. Now let's talk about love. For Aquarius, the love energy on August 18th feels deeper than it has over the past few days. If you are in a relationship, a subject that has remained unspoken for some time may finally come to the surface. You may feel uncomfortable at first, but don't avoid the conversation, because sometimes what protects a relationship isn't the absence of problems. It is the ability to talk about them honestly. Your partner may have something they want to tell you. Perhaps they have a future plan. Maybe there is a change they want to make together with you. Or maybe they simply want to show you how much you mean to them. If you felt that your partner has been acting a little distant lately, don't immediately assume the worst. People have their own thoughts, fears, and personal things they are working through. Sometimes distance isn't a lack of love. Sometimes it simply means someone is trying to figure something out within themselves. On August 18th, speak openly, but remember to listen too. If you are single, a memory from the past may return to your mind today. That doesn't necessarily mean that person is coming back. Sometimes the past returns simply to show us what we no longer want. And you are not the same person you were before. Something that once made you happy may no longer satisfy you today. And that's okay. It means you've grown. Before beginning a new relationship, it is important to feel whole within yourself again. Because when the right person arrives, you don't want to see them through the shadow of your past. You want to give them the opportunity to create their own story with you. And there is also energy around a possible new connection on August 18th. This person may not be loud or attention-seeking. They may actually be quiet, thoughtful, and someone who genuinely listens when you speak. At first, you may not feel an overwhelming romantic spark. But over time, you may begin to realize that there is something different about them. In your professional life, one particular situation may capture your attention today. You could notice a detail that everyone else overlooked. You might discover an error. You may suggest an idea. And people could begin appreciating the way you approach problems. If you are looking for work, don't underestimate yourself. A job interview that didn't work out in the past does not determine your value. A company choosing someone else doesn't mean you weren't capable. It may simply mean that position wasn't the right place for you. During your next interview, instead of spending too much time talking about past problems, show them what you can do. Be calm. Be confident. Be genuine. One of your greatest strengths is your ability to think differently. Don't hide that. If you own a business, August 18th suggests getting a second opinion before making a major investment. Sometimes we become so confident in our own ideas that we fail to notice another perspective. Even if another person's opinion doesn't change your decision, it may reveal something you hadn't considered. Financially, thinking long-term will serve you better today. It may be tempting to buy something simply because it makes you feel good in the moment. But ask yourself whether you'll still be happy about that decision tomorrow. Investing in yourself is different. Learning something new, developing a skill, buying a tool that helps your work, building a creative project. These are the kinds of investments that can benefit your future. Family matters carry a softer energy on August 18th. Someone in your family may want to talk to you about something important. Maybe they don't completely understand your decision. Maybe they're trying to protect you. Maybe they're simply worried. Don't immediately interpret their words as criticism. Sometimes people don't know how to express their love properly. You can stay calm and try to understand what they are really trying to say. A small conversation today could resolve a misunderstanding that has lasted much longer than necessary. When it comes to your energy and well-being, don't push yourself too hard. If you've been sitting for most of the day, a short walk could help. If your mind feels overloaded, create a few minutes of silence. Putting your phone away before bed may also help you today. Your body and mind need to receive the message that it is finally safe to rest. And for students, there is a special message. Your memory may work well, but waiting until the last minute is still risky. Reviewing a little over several days is much more effective than trying to force everything into your mind in one night. Confidence is good, but too much confidence can leave you unprepared. The main lesson of August 18th is this: calmness is not weakness. You don't have to solve everything immediately. Sometimes the wisest decision is to wait one more day. Sometimes the strongest response is silence. And sometimes the greatest progress comes from letting go of something that no longer serves you. When it comes to compatibility, today brings interesting energy with Libra, Gemini, and Aries. With Libra, conversations may feel easier and more balanced. You may find it easier to understand each other, and even difficult topics can be discussed calmly. With Gemini, expect plenty of ideas, laughter, and interesting conversations. You may even come up with a new idea together. With Aries, the energy is stronger and more active. You may motivate each other, encourage one another, and finally begin something you've been postponing for a long time. Dear Aquarius, this brings us to the end of your August 18th reading. Today, nobody is asking you to be perfect. You don't have to solve every problem. You simply need to trust yourself a little more. You don't have to understand everything that is happening in your life immediately. Some answers will come with time. Some people will enter your life to stay. Others will come to teach you something and then move on. Some opportunities will look small at first. Later, you'll realize how important they actually were. So keep your eyes open today. Protect your heart, but don't completely close it. Be wise with money. Be honest in love. Trust yourself at work. Be patient with your family. And most importantly, don't measure your life against someone else's. Because your path belongs to you. August 18th may not give you everything at once, but it may give you the sign you need to move into your next chapter. Maybe it will be a message, maybe a meeting, maybe a decision, or perhaps simply a quiet certainty inside you. Now I know what I need to do. And sometimes you don't need a bigger answer than that. Trust yourself today. Don't rush. Don't overlook opportunities. And remember, You don't have to make everything perfect before entering the next beautiful chapter of your life. Sometimes all you need is the courage to take one step forward. August 18th may be the day that step finally begins.